In Indian heartland, nestled within the verdant embrace of Jharkhand, lies a tale as ancient as time itself. Unveiling a landscape both poetic and primordial, the rolling hills, plateaus, forests and rivers of Jharkhand whisper secrets of Earth's evolution, a saga that began some 4.2 billion years ago. The story at the northeastern end of this emerald tapestry, Santhal Parganas, unfurls historic splendor. The indomitable spirit of the Paharia tribe and echoes of Hulkranti of 1855 reverberate with clarity, emanating from rugged expanses of linear trending Rajmahal hills to the south of holy river Ganga. Geological Survey of India's early records, penned by pioneers like Sir Thomas Oldham, chronicle the region's unique stratigraphy. Here, the Rajmahal traps reveal a rare geological figurine, depicted by intermingling association of thinly bedded sedimentary rock successions with extensive basaltic flows vouching for both conducive and hostile conditions for life during those times.
Well, we are looking at one of the most frequented and iconic geotourism spots in the state of Jharkhand. This is the Moti Jharna location, and it is located to the northeastern extremity of the state of Jharkhand. And in fact, it is an area which almost makes it's a border with the adjoining state of Bihar. Well, as far as the geological importance of this Moti Jharna is concerned, we are looking at vertical columnar joints of basalt, and at the base of it is the intertrappean which is exposed. But what is supporting this particular column or the scarp face is those columnar basalts which have a thickness about 30 to 50 centimeter, and they can even increase to a thickness about 1 meter. But there is only a much widely separated basal joint which is cutting into the hill, and that is the horizontal joint. So if you can see, we are only looking at one of the tiers from where the water is falling through this scarp face. So we have another segment to it, the first tier of it, as we look upstream towards it, and that is the area. So complete length of or the vertical span of this fall is about 150 feet or about 50 meters, so to say. So it is one of the most sought after locations for tourists visiting this part of the country, not only from the country but different parts of the world as well. So it holds a lot of importance.
ये हम लोग आज अभी मतलब राजमहल हिल्स पे हैं, जो कि नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पार्ट है झारखंड बिहार का, और इस लोकेशन पे जो मोती झरना झील का जो फॉल है उसके हम लोग लेफ्ट बैंक पे हैं. ये एक कॉलमनर जॉइंट है. ये जॉइंट्स अगर हम लोग देखें तो ये कोई फ्रैक्चर प्लेन नहीं है, ये ऑलमोस्ट जॉइंट जो कि 50 मीटर्स का है. इसके जॉइंट्स को अगर हम लोग देखें तो ये जियो हेरिटेज साइट के लिए एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, जो कि हम लोग देख सकते हैं कॉलमनर जॉइंट्स को, जो कि राजमहल ट्रैप के पहाड़ियों में मिलता है देखने को.
Polygonal or columnar jointing is observed in lava flows in a range of compositions from basalt to rhyolite, and found in a range of environments and also in some welded pyroclastic deposits. At Moti Jharna, two jointing faces are observed: colonnade, comprising regular columns with planar sides, and entablature, which are thinner with curving sides, thus representing a region where two opposite joint sets meet, resulting in complicated distribution of stress and hence irregular and curving columns.
We are at Moti Jharna. It is a very popular tourist spot of the region. As you can see, it is particularly beautiful during this season of monsoon, developed over this lush green complex. Now this waterfall has its origin related to the Rajmahal traps. Now this trap in turn has the affiliation with a Kerguelen hotspot, which resulted in outpour of enormous quantities of basaltic magma onto the surface of the earth.
Here we can see magnificent display of columnar joints developed within these basalts, which are even the cooling joints.
This kind of a structures is developed usually within basalt, but here intricacy in which they have developed makes it a magnificent location to study with different geological features. The Forest Department of Government of Jharkhand realizes the importance of such beautiful naturally developed columnar joints and is making efforts to develop this site as a tourist hotspot, equally giving emphasis to the geological facet, that is the columnar joints, and the geomorphic expression, which is the waterfall and the stream which flows down.
In the heart of these traps, records of fossils play the harbinger to resilience and evolution. First brought to light by McClellan in 1850 and meticulously catalogued by geological giants, these fossils preserve a bygone era. The Paleontologia Indica Volume 48, published in 1988, stands as a testament to these paleontological treasures, revealing a floral assemblage that thrived amidst the volcanic tumult.
This story of Rajmahal traps is intertwined with fiery narrative of the Kerguelen hotspot. This geological phenomena unleashed torrents of lava, creating a landscape of basaltic rocks that spread ubiquitously on the Earth's surface. As tectonic plates and the hotspot shifted, they left behind a trail marked by features such as the 90 East Ridge and the Broken Ridge in the Indian Ocean, down south to the Kerguelen Island near Antarctica, weaving a tale of fiery creations across the globe. Within the Rajmahal Hills, volcanic ash, pumice, and tuff paint a picture of chaotic eruptions. Documented even in the 1893 Manual of Geology of India, these formations add a dramatic element to the region's geological history. In this long past era, the Rajmahal region was situated in the southern hemisphere at approximately 47 degrees south latitude. It experienced temperate conditions with warm summers and cold winters. Cycads, conifers, pteridosperms flourished until cataclysmic volcanic eruptions brought an end to their reign. Fine ash from ignimbrite materials settled over the landscape, preserving the fragmented flora in a state of near-perfect petrification. Geological Survey of India has designated Mandro in Sahibganj district as a geological heritage site in 2014, spotlighting the fossil-rich localities of Gurmi Pahar, Durgatola, Basgobero, Tara and Baskola. Here petrified trunks and detailed floral impressions lie scattered across the landscape, their preservation so immaculate that one can discern annular rings to cellular structures, capturing the anatomy of ancient plants in exquisite detail.
ये हम लोग अभी मंड्रो में स्थित है और हम लोगों ने जीएसआई के पूरी टीम ने 18-19 में एक एफएसपी लिया जिसमें कि श्रेयस थे और अभी चौबे थे। दो जियोलॉजिस्टों के द्वारा ये मतलब बताया गया कि जो पॉन्ड है, पॉन्ड में फॉसिलाइज्ड वुड्स पाए जाते हैं। इसका डीजीपीएस सर्वे करवाया गया और इसका लैटलॉन्ग हमने सर्वे फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट को शेयर किया। फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट के द्वारा फिर ये वहाँ से इस पेट्रिफाइड वुड को ला करके रखा गया और इसको प्रिजर्व किया गया।
Well, we are at the Mandro Fossil Park in Sahibganj district in the state of Jharkhand. Well, nestled in the laps of nature, this is a continuous linear sequence of the Rajmahal Hills, which almost starts from the southern bank of Ganga River and goes up to a distance of almost 190 to 230 kilometers, terminating close to Dumka. Well, lying within the laps of these linear rich sequence is a very interesting fossil park which has been declared as an important geo-heritage site by the Geological Survey of India, and has also been declared as National Geological Monument of India by the Geological Survey of India. Now, what's most peculiar and important about this particular site is that those fossils are generally very common to sedimentary sequences. Here, these fossils are also associated with the ignimbrite, and that is what makes Mandro a very interesting site. Now, if we look into the intricacies of the preservations which are there, we can see that there are fossil woods which are preserved in toto, and if you see the complete section of that, almost to a diameter of 1 meter to 1.3 meter, where all the annular growth rings are nicely preserved, are there to be seen. Now, you can see when we come into this area, this entire area has been preserved by the government of Jharkhand, the forest department. But there is a lot of stake as far as the subject of geology is concerned. Now, here the role of Geological Survey of India comes into play because, as you can see on the boards here in the museum, which is very well within the campus of this particular setup, that Geological Survey of India has also shared some valuable information about this site. And also, I can see particularly the intertrappean beds of the Rajmahal formation have been declared as the National Geological Monument Site by Geological Survey of India. Now, anybody who is coming to this particular fossil park would need to have a good understanding of geology per se, and that is where the role of geology comes into play. Well, it is a very interesting site, and anybody who is visiting to this part of the country must pay a visit to the Mandro Fossil Park in Sahibganj district, Jharkhand.
The unique association of fossil preservation within volcanic ash underscores the saying, the power of preservation in ash is second to none. While sedimentary fossil preservation is common, the Rajmahal flora's association with ignimbrite sets Mandro apart. In recent years, significant strides have been made in the conservation of these fossils. The establishment of a fossil park at Gurmi Pahar by the state government's forest department marks a step forward, though the preservation of fossils at other sites outside the fenced enclosure of the fossil park remains a challenge. Local inhabitants who revere these fossils as protector gods offer daily rituals, guarding them against destruction, drawing analogy to likewise age-old practices where elements like fire, water were worshipped in the journey of human evolution. The social fabric, however, needs to be studied from other perspectives as well.
Here the fossils are associated with ignimbrite rather than the conventional thought of the fossil association with intertrappan beds of exclusive sedimentary origin. Visitors to this place can come to a fossil park developed by the Department of Forest, Government of Jharkhand, and see the fossils both in their natural as well as in preserved state within the museum. They can also enjoy
broader collaboration with the state government and wider coverage of the Rajmahal Hill region's numerous fossil localities is essential. Geological Survey of India, with its international credibility and national reach, continues to campaign the holistic development of these significant geological sites, even in the pursuit of untold stories that lie hidden within the Rajmahal Hills. This small, elusive hamlet called Mandro in the remote northeastern corner of the state of Jharkhand is a remarkable vintage for educationists, travelers, tourists, and all those who would vision to unravel these bounties of nature and revisit the geological timescale which witnessed these creations.